Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 4 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 4 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter logical reasoning. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So let's just start with the lesson logical reasoning. Here I am on grade 4 math. The chapter we're working on is logical reasoning. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is find two numbers based on sums and differences. Let's just start with the first lesson. So the first example is the sum of two numbers is 8. Their difference is 2. What are the two numbers? So basically, you have to find two numbers. The sum of the two numbers is 8 and the difference is 2. That means when you add the numbers, their sum is 8 and when you subtract them, the answer is 2. You have to find the numbers, right? So think of the pairs of numbers whose difference is 2, right? Then find the sum of each pair. Yes, very good. They are 5 and 3. Because when you add 5 and 3, 5 plus 3 makes 8, and when you subtract 5 take away 3 equals 2. Got it? So basically you can think of so many numbers, like when there is so many numbers have the difference too, right? But you have to check if so many numbers have the sum 8, but you have to check for both the conditions, like when you add, the answer is 8, and when you subtract, the answer is 2, right? So the correct option is 5 and 3. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the sum of two numbers is 11. Their difference is 3. What are the two numbers? So you have to find the two numbers when you add them. Yes, the correct option is 7 and 4, right? Because 7 plus 4 makes 11, and when you subtract them, 7 take away 4 is 3. So the correct option is option number 2. The correct option is 7 and 4. Very good. You are given with two of the options, so that's very easy to find the it is very easy to find the answer when you are given with the options, right? Okay, the next one is the difference of two numbers is 5 and their sum is 15. What are the two numbers? So which is the correct option? You have to find the two numbers. When you add them, the answer is 15. When you subtract them, the answer is 5. Yes, the correct option is very good. 10 and 5 when you add them, 10 plus 5 is 15, and when you subtract them, 10 take away 5 is 5. So the correct option is option number 2, that is 10 and 5. The sum of two numbers is 13 and the difference of the two numbers is 1. What are the two numbers? You have to find the two numbers. When you add them, they make 13. Yes, the correct option is 7 and 6, right? When you add them, they makes 13, and when you subtract them, they makes the 1. So the correct option is 7 and 6. Very good. Okay, the sum of the two numbers is 15. Their difference is 1. What are the which is the correct option? Yes, that is 8 and 7, right? When you add them, 8 plus 7 makes 15, and when you subtract, they makes 1. So the correct option is 8 and 7. Very good. Okay, the difference of two numbers is 3. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is 5 and 2. When you subtract them, the answer is 3. When you add them, the answer is 7. The correct option is 5 and 2. Very good. Okay, the next one is the difference of two numbers is 2 and their sum is 14. What are the two numbers? So which two numbers when add makes 14 and when subtracted makes 2? Yes, the correct option is 8 and 6 because 8 plus 6 makes 14. 8 plus 6 makes 14 and their difference is 2. The correct option is option number 1. The difference of two numbers is 9. The sum of the two numbers is 15. What are the two numbers? So, which two numbers have the sum 15 and the difference is 9? Yes, that is 12 and 3, right? Very good. The correct option is option number 2. Okay, the sum of two numbers is 12. Their difference is 2. What are the two numbers? So, which two numbers when added makes 12 and when subtracted makes 2? Which is the correct option? Yes, very good. They are 7 and 5. When you add them, they makes 12 and when you subtract them, they makes. Seven and 5 it is, right? When you add them, they makes 12 and when you subtract them, they makes 2. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. And the next lesson is find two numbers. So up till now we just done with adding or subtracting, right? Now we're going to do with addition and multiplication too, right? So find the two numbers based on sum, difference, product and quotient, right? Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, the first example is the difference of two number is 12. The quotient of the two numbers is 6. Yes, they are 12 and 2, right? You cannot hear me. Why? Hello? But I can hear myself. There is something wrong at your side. The correct option is 12 and 2, right? Because when you divide 12 by 2, The quotient is 6. Quotient means when you divide, the answer is 6, right? And when you subtract them, the answer is 10. Got it? Let's just start with the test question. The quotient of two numbers is 5. The product of two numbers is 20. What are the two numbers? That means you need to find the two numbers that when you multiply them, the answer is 20, and when you divide them, the quotient is 5. So, which is the correct option? The quotient of two numbers is 5. The product of two numbers is 20. What are the two numbers? Which two numbers, when multiplied, makes 20 and when divided, have the quotient 5? Which is the correct option? The correct option is that is 10 and 2, right? When you multiply them, 10 times 2 makes 20, and when you divide them, 2 times 5 makes 10. The quotient is 5. So the correct option is 10 and 2. Option number 2 is the correct option. The next one is the sum of two numbers is 8 and their difference is 2. What are the two numbers? So which is the correct option? What do you mean by going low and high? I am waiting for the answers from your side. You can please focus on the lesson we are working on. Yes, the two numbers when added makes 8 and the difference is 2 are 5 and 3. When you add them, 5 plus 3 makes 8. When you subtract them, 5 take away 3 equals 2. Got it? So the correct option is 5 and 2. There is nothing wrong with my volume. The correct option is 5 and 3. Sumera, is there any problem with my volume? Priyan, is there any problem with my volume? The product of two numbers is 6. The quotient, sorry, the product of two numbers is 16. The quotient of the two numbers is 1. What are the two numbers? Which is the correct option? See, there is nothing wrong with my volume. You just have to, you're just wasting your time and the and mine too. Because I can hear myself on my phone. So I know there is nothing wrong with my volume. Yes, they are 4 and 4 because 4 times 4 makes 16, and when you divide them, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So the correct option is 4 and 4. Very good. The product of two numbers is 25. Yes, the correct option is 5 and 5. Very good. Because 5 times 5 makes 25, and when you add them, the answer is 10. So the correct option is 5 and 5. Very good. The difference of two numbers is 6. Yes, the correct option is 11 and 5, right? When you subtract them, 11 take away 5 is 6. And when you multiply them, 11 times 5 is 55, right? The correct option is 11 and 5. The correct option is 11 and 5. The next one is the difference of two numbers is 10. The quotient of two numbers is 6. What are the two numbers? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, they are 12 and 2, right? When you divide them, the answer is 6. And when you subtract them, the answer is 10. So, the correct option is option number 1. Okay, the quotient of two numbers is 1 and their product is 49. What are the two numbers? So, which is the correct option? Yes, they are 7 and 7, right? When you divide them, the quotient is 1 because 7 times 1 is 7, and when you multiply them, the answer is 49, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is find the order. Okay, let's just start with the first example. Jeffrey ran a longer distance than Beth. but a shorter distance than Leverin, who ran a longer distance, Leverin or Beth, right? So basically, you have to arrange them order. You have to find the order. You have to find the one who ran a longer, right? So the first thing here is Jeffrey ran a longer distance than Beth, right? That means the Beth ran the shorter and Jeffrey ran the longer, but a shorter distance than Leverin. That is for Jeffrey, right? Jeffrey run a shorter distance than 11. So that means Jaffrey has a shorter distance than 11. That means the 11 has the longer distance, right? Let's just start with the you just have to read the question carefully, find the order, and then you have to find the answer, right? Let's start with the first example. Ronald swims faster than Riba. Okay, so okay, here is Ronald who is faster, and here is Reba who is slower, right? Reba swims faster than Tracy, right? Now, Reba is faster than Tracy. So here is Tracy, then you have Reba, then you have Ronald, right? So Ronald run faster, Tressa ran slower. The question is who swims the slowest? So which is the correct option? Very good. That is Tracy. Tracy runs the slowest, swims the slowest, right? The correct option is Tracy. Very good. Option number one is the correct option. The opal pendant is less expensive than the pearl pendant. The emerald pendant is less expensive than the opal pendant. Which piece of the jewelry is more expensive? The pearl pendant or the emerald necklace? Which is the correct option? The correct option is mm, more expensive. You have to see. The pearl pendant is the pearl pendant is most more expensive. Can you guys please stop talking? The correct option is pearl pendant. The yellow jump rope is longer than the silver jump rope. Which jump rope is the longest? So, which is the correct option? No one is answering the question. Let me read the question again. Listen to me carefully. Stop talking. Stop chatting. The yellow jump rope is longer than the silver jump rope, but shorter than the red jump rope. Which jump rope is the longest? Which is the correct option? The red jump rope it is, right? The correct option is the red jump rope is the longest one. Very good. Okay, the next one is Colin drove a shorter distance than Ernest. Yes, Ernest is the one who drove a longer distance. The correct option is Ernest, right? The next one is Jake is older than Zach. Jake is not older than Bridget. Who is the youngest? Which is the correct option? Who is the youngest? Yes, Zach is the youngest. The correct option is Zach. The orange marble is farther from the target than the pink marble, but closer to the target than the white marble. Which marble is closest to the target? So, which is the correct option? The pink marble is the closest. The correct option is the pink marble. Very good. Okay, the next one is Akash lives closer to the park than Richard, but farther from the park than Seth. Who lived the closest to the park? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Seth, the correct option is Seth is the one who lived the closest to the park. The correct option is Seth. Okay, Miss Sue has fewer students than Miss Green, but more students than Mr. Blackburn. Which teacher has more students, Mr. Green, Miss Green, or Mr. Blackburn? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Fewer than Mr. Green, but more than. Which is the correct option? Fewer than Mr. Green, but more than. Yes, the correct option is. Mm, isn't it? Miss Green, it is. The correct option is Miss Green. Yes, it is Miss Green, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 4 math. The chapter we were working on is logical reasoning, and the lessons we have covered from the chapter are find two numbers based on sums and differences, find two numbers based on sum, difference, product, and quotient, and the one we have just finished is find the order, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So if you have any questions related to the lessons we have just finished, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Sumera, who you are asking? Who is Indian? I'm not Indian. Okay, bye everyone.